you reckon people can try and get around so they can see the screen as well? I know we're a bit limited with the piano position.
I can choose A or B, you can choose D or E.
But if you guys would be as good as to maybe just take it in turns, if there's no space, just kind of swap out. If everybody can get in and have a look whilst they're doing this. Right, guys, we've got to stop playing for a second. Are you ready? Cool, let's do it.
We're not sure what
button do I press?
No, yeah. Space bar?
Space bar.
Marvellous.
Okay, do you want lead or rhythm?
Can you guys see alright over there?
I'll do rhythm on
Just come forward, maybe just kind of take turns, just having a lean round, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, are you ready? My hands in the way.
So that's you major then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
We've got the arpeggio. We haven't figured out what we're doing with the arpeggio yet.
Just imagine this is a live run now, just do it.
Well,
I'll just constantly give me a beat. Right, so it works in terms of excellent. You can get some music out of it.
Well, yeah, and the two things do seem to be working quite nicely together. It's quite interesting how it's kind of making you put unusual things together. How was that for you as performers?
stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it stressful because you don't know when something's going to change and?
Yeah, and it's just like the complete jump between the two chords, and just know it's going to sound dreadful in your head. Like
you know it's going to sound dreadful.
I just know it. I mean, I know looking at what the chords are given, it's just going to clash and it's not going to work.
Well, I don't think there was a great deal of clash in there. I think there was a lot of things that you might have written off, which actually worked as changes. Yeah. I mean, in terms of chord progressions, I mean, how did that work for you guys?
It sounded right. I mean,
I liked it.
I think there was definitely a coherence to it. You've obviously got the beginnings of the system.
Yeah.
So, obviously, the biggest thing is like you're playing something and then bang, something comes that you need to change.
Yeah.
Do you think a way of combating that maybe is if you've got something in your patch where there's a warning before it changes? Like almost just like a countdown.
Or just put it on a timer. We don't want it to be a randomly changing thing. We want it to be a selection process in terms of you. We're giving the audience the freedom to do this in terms of the module, but if it was developed and made as an app, it's for you to sit there together as musicians and kind of get something out of it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of it being a random game with, you know, because to be fair, if it was randomised, you'd kind of have to know the shapes, be familiar with the chord progressions already. That's what I'm kind of thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know, if you've got the freedom to change it when you want, surely you're going to change it when you've had enough of the particular.
Yeah, what you're going to get at the moment is, I mean, because obviously I was button mashing at the end.
Yes.
Because I thought, well, if I'm a member of the audience, if you get given an interface and there's buttons on it, one of the things you will do is you will mash buttons.
Yeah. And
so in some ways, you know, you guys need to deal with.
We did say last week if people were going to do that, we were going to kind of say, if you're going to press the button, at least have some sort of count with us. I mean, we don't mind if it's like, you know, if you said like 5, 4, 3, 2, or 4, 3, 2, 1, change. At least then we as musicians and performers, if this was a situation where you would watch the performance of the improvisation, then there would be some sort of order to the change. It wouldn't be sporadic, like let it go. It'd just be pointless.
If I wasn't a musician, because we are thinking about me as being a member of the public, if you started asking me, like I've got this interface, you can push these buttons. I mean, obviously we're all musicians here, so it's hard to say. But if you stumbled across something, and they said, look, we've got this system where you control the music. Your first instinct is to be, fantastic, great, let's go. And in a way, that's really fun. But then if you guys go, but we're going to have to kind of tell you off a little bit now, because that's not how you want to do it. Then your attitude might be, okay, I feel like I'm being kind of asked to do something this was really fun. But then you told me I couldn't mash the buttons.
Right. So you could do it in the same way that a lift works. If 4 people get into a lift at the same time and they all press like 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever button is pressed first, it will go to that floor first. So you could have a kind of queue system where they come in one at a time, and you could get around the timing issue with that as well.